Thanks for staying tuned to Republic. We start with breaking news coming in. This one in relation to the nasal COVID vaccine, which has been approved by the Health Ministry. We are now given to understand that the price of the nasal vaccine in private hospital has been fixed at 800 rupees plus 5% GST, which will be imposed. So those are some of the details that are just coming in. In fact, we are given to understand that the overall price of the nasal vaccine would be around 1,000 rupees for one nasal dose. Now remember, this has been recommended by the Health Ministry to be taken as a booster dose. In fact, it is India's first COVID vaccine in form of a nasal spray by Bharat Biotech, which has received its approval from the DGCI for emergency use authorization and is also now available on the COVIN app. In fact, it can also be used as a booster for adults above 18 years of age. Harsha getting us those details that are just trickling in on the pricing of the nasal vaccine, which has been capped at 800 rupees plus 5% GST. So we can expect that vaccine to be available at private hospitals to cost at 1,000 rupees, which would be inclusive of the GST. Harsha, of course, joining us for more on that. Harsha, if you can take us through the details that you're picking up, what is known so far about this nasal vaccine, about the price cap, of course, and also how effective is this vaccine? Anything known so far about its efficacy?
Samisha, if we talk about the efficacy of nasal vaccine, so nasal vaccine, the research and study and the entire thing went on for almost 1 year. Then the researchers submitted to the DCGI and it got the approval from CDSCO, and after that it got the government nod. And we also have seen that it has been already uploaded in the COVIN app. Now, price was one thing, Samisha. We all were talking about that what will be the price of this nasal vax, because it is intranasal, needle-less vaccine which will be put in the nostril. 4 drops in each nostril. In each of the nostril will be put of nasal wax. That means one person will get 8 drops of nasal wax as a booster or precautionary dose. Now the price has been put as 800 plus 5% GST, which comes approx to 1,000 rupees only, which the company was already asking. Company already quoted in front of the government that the price of the nasal wax should be 1,000 rupees. Though we are also being told that the government is still in talks with the manufacturer Bharat Biotech for more negotiation if the price could be lessened to an extent. But right now what we are understanding is that from next week nasal vaccine will be available in all the private hospital. It is already in the COVIN portal app and the rates will be 800 plus 5% GST, which comes approx 2,000 rupees. Though if price will be lessened or not lessened will be decided after a meeting between Bharat Biotech and the government panel, which is yet to be decided in this coming week. But right now we know that the price has been fixed, which is close to 1,000 rupees by Bharat Biotech. It is a heterologous vaccine, very effective, as Suchitra Ella of the managing director of Bharat Biotech is quoting that now they're also working on the specific variant vaccine as well. The research and study are also going on. But if we talk about nasal vax, it is very easy to use. It is intranasal, it is needle-less, so there's no need to put the needle. And as we also know that till now only 27% of the Indian population has received booster dose, or as we say precautionary dose. We have seen a trickle down situation, a slow down in the booster dose. So this nasal wax comes as a big development by the government, so that if the nasal wax is introduced, it is easy to use as a booster dose. So more of the public could go with nasal vaccine. And as Suchitra Ella of Bharat Biotech was already quoting, it has got a wonderful response from the public. Therefore, private hospitals will initiate the first use of nasal vaccine in the new year from the next week onwards. Samiksha, back to you.
Harsha, stay with us. If you can give us more information as to at what temperature does it needs to be stored in, and from till what time can it be used once it's taken out from the refrigerator?
See, Samiksha, so this is entire vial. The one vial is used for 2 people. So if the vial is open, it has to be used amongst 2 people instantly. That means if I am along with someone, then the 2 of us will receive the nasal wax at the same time. It cannot happen that vial gets open, it will be used again later on. The vial, if open, the bottle, the vial which has almost 16 drops, because 8 drops will be 2 per person. At that same time, the vial will be used and it will be disposed of. There's no storage once the vial cap is open, and it is stored in refrigerator at a very low temperature. So these are the details about nasal vaccine which we are getting, Samiksha.
Yes. Also, Harsha, if you could once again give us the highlights as to the kind of caution that the government has sounded, because from what we are given to understand that the approval has been given for this vaccine to be used only as a precautionary dose, especially only for those above the age of 18 years.
Exactly, it is for the people who are above 18 years old, because the research and study which was conducted, the clinical trial which were conducted was in the initial phase of the people who are 18 plus of age. It is only for the emergency purpose, only for the precautionary, and as a booster dose for any other purpose. This vaccine cannot be used, and the children who are aged less than 18 should not be initiated to use this nasal vaccine as a precautionary or booster dose. For them, already Covaxin or Covishield, what they have already used, they have to go for that. Initially, it will only be given to the people who are plus 18 plus year of age, and later more clinical trials, Amisha, already been carried out among the age which is less than 18 years. But right now, only emergency purpose, and who are more than 18 plus, only to those nasal vaccine will be given, and we are expecting that the stock to the private hospital will be delivered in 2 to 3 days, and we can see that in another week the nasal vaccine will be started as a booster dose. And government is very hopeful that because it is needleless, because it is intranasal, more of the population will come and get this as a booster or precautionary dose, because already there's a BF.7 variant. Government is motivating people and doctors and asking experts to place in the public forum that it is the time when everyone should take booster or precautionary dose. The nasal vaccine comes as a very big development, and we have to look forward how the nasal vaccine get response from the public. Samiksha, back to you.